What is this map? Oh no. Oh no. This is the worst map ever. This is a map where you don't found and you just kind of leave the game. This map. Look at these resources. Note how none of the things I said to watch out for are true on this map. None of them. Because this is what we call a bad map. And we just get real sad. I have not found a spot I actually like yet. Is how bad this map is. But I think I found one I can use. We're going to wait on it, but we're going to go with it.
Preliminary
there.
scans agree this is a great primary location for our new investment.
Alright. Sell everything and buy into that steel we need. Can't quite get enough steel to upgrade, but we got close. We will just sell the iron as it comes in and have the aluminum ready to go whenever we can. As we can see, I destroyed a lot of iron when I found it, which kind of helped us push to this upgrade a bit better, potentially, is what we were hoping for. Just keep buying this steel. We need 80 steel to upgrade, so that's what we're pushing for. There we are, 80 steel. That's enough steel to upgrade. We can see steel is $90, so we just want to very, very quickly upgrade, throw down steel mills. That's it. That's all we're aiming for. New claims are available this game, which is nice. It's been a while since we've had access to new claims. We have a lot of aluminum coming in. I don't know exactly how that's going to pan out, but it looks like not great. A lot of people have taken aluminum already this game. And these scavengers in particular have managed to expand very quickly. Shouldn't be any real surprise scavengers do that. We're going to drop steel mills on top of this silicon here to make sure we've got that secured. And then I think we're actually going to grab... Maybe... Is there a geotherm available? No. We could just drop power. We could go into silicon elsewhere, but we could also just take a decent water tile. So let's do that. Let's just take a decent water tile. Get these steel mills down. Okay. 14,000 for a nuke. I think we'll let it go. It would have been lovely to have and make sure it didn't get used against us, but I think we just have to let it go. Somebody else get hit by it? No, what? Oh, come on. I thought we had that. Now I'm kind of mad. I really needed that water tile, in my opinion, actually. Let's go for that water tile. Thankfully, steel is coming in. A lot of it, right? And a lot of it that's very valuable steel. So we're pushing very hard on glass right now because of this. We will sell a little bit. Now, we'll grab a new claim, or sorry, a goon squad here. I thought about a new claim, but it's just too expensive in my opinion. Like 5K is a lot to spend on even a new claim right now, especially because we're expansive. We have a lot of claims. We'll probably be okay. But I wanted that goon squad because we're entirely dependent on this steel production, and we're playing aggressively with it. We're trying to sell it as much as we can. It's starting to fall fairly rapidly, by the way. But we're wanting to grab as much glass as we can off of this before it completely dies out. If we can, it would be great to push for 30 more glass. I don't know if we're going to pull it off, but we can try. And it's just because we got into steel so fast when it was so expensive that we are trying to push as hard as we can into glass so we can ignore it when we're trying to get down things like upgrades and farms later in the game. So that's why we're doing what we're doing. I never actually started... No, I did start this water pump. Okay. I shouldn't have built the water pump, but that's okay. We got 130 glass. That is enough for 2 upgrades. 2 upgrades. And on top of that, it is enough for farms. So what I've done is I've got this adrenaline boost ready to go, and now I'm just waiting. I just want my steel to come on in. Everybody's got steel down at this point. The price is falling rapidly. I want to upgrade. I want to put down farms. I want to upgrade and get down power. Those are my goals right now. Just get all that done. I've got this adrenaline boost to help out. We do need to make sure we sell off enough stuff to keep this steel producing because we don't have enough iron down to cover the cost yet. But that's okay. should be fairly easy to just sell off little bits at a time. Unfortunately, our aluminum is not doing well, and we might need to transition that fairly early into power instead of aluminum, which is unfortunate because it slows everything else we're doing down. But you got to do what you got to do, you know? It's just the way it is. We'll even sell off a lot of aluminum just to make absolutely certain we can get this done. Now, Energy Vault is worth a lot right now. We'll bid that up quite a bit. And we're taking a big risk by holding all this glass the way we have been instead of just going for upgrades and hoping that it works out. But it is definitely a risk. There's no doubt about that. Energy Vaults, yeah, we can go for 20. That's as high as we go for Energy Vault right now. Because it'll cover our power cost, power's going to probably go up in price fairly soon. Nighttime is on the way. And so it'll keep us, like, we get a lot of debt immediately, but then we stop getting debt from power for a while. Actually, I should probably turn this guy off. Yeah, we definitely should turn this guy off for the time being. It's good to have it secured, but we don't need it functional right now. We could even make that glass transition right now. Or we could go into silicon, because we have silicon under these tiles. So we can just do this. Maybe even scrap this guy out. I don't know what we put here. We can maybe put something here. Something like a... What do we want to put there? It would be lovely to actually put an engineering lab there, but that would be a bit ridiculous. We can make it happen. By doing that, and even that, then we drop the engineering lab there, and now we wait. We have an upgrade, let's take it. Let's get into at least 3 food is what we're looking at. 3 food.
We'll be able to ship more industries off Earth in no time.
There's 1, 2 food, 2 food. Iron's doing okay. Aluminum's really not. We have just enough glass to make this happen. Now, even though we were sitting on that glass that long, it still made us money by sitting there because people were buying glass the whole time. Food would be surplusing right as our first farm finished because that's just our life, apparently. We have 1 claim left over. We could do glass with that, we could do steel with that, we could do iron with that. Almost any of these would actually be acceptable. Let's see, let's go ahead and upgrade food production even, I think. Our silicon's not doing so hot anymore, we knew that would happen. But it kind of happened more suddenly than I expected, if I'm honest. Sell down that. Upgrade. Let's upgrade glass, actually. Let's just upgrade glass. And maybe move into glass production instead of silicon production. We're maybe getting a bit too fancy for the fact that this is an 8-player game. And I don't play out 8-player games particularly well because I hate them and I think they're trash. But yeah, the food surplus actually basically just killed us. Because water has gotten so expensive, food is so cheap. We were making our entire play based off trying to make that food happen. And then it just didn't happen. It was like, nah, can't do that, actually. Because there was a random surplus, which is why I hate random surpluses. And now we're basically dead. But we'll fight back the best that we can. We'll go ahead and use this last claim on iron. Iron's doing all right. Need to get into this glass production yesterday. We are dying so badly at this point. Another underground nuke is interesting. And we've never even gotten to use our adrenaline boost and our goon squad on that food production because it just never happened. We waited too long. We could have sold out of the glass sooner, but I wasn't expecting the surplus. Sorry. I just wasn't. Because I'm not going to play assuming that a surplus is coming on a particular resource, because I'm not bad at this game, as it turns out. Oh, man. Well, we've got a glass upgrade started. Ellison is halfway to buying us. How terrifying is that? I would love to get this upgrading more. Unfortunately, we just weren't making money like we expected to be. The water's coming in, which is nice. The glass is coming in, which is nice, but we need to keep these upgrades rolling out of this building in order to make this building worthwhile. Here they come. Okay, we gotta wait on this to finish, then we can drop our adrenaline boost. We will go ahead and drop that goon squad and try to make all this happen.
Expansive colony expanded.
Everybody's rushing ahead of us now. We're in such a bad way, and I'm not even looking around the map seeing what everybody else is doing, because I'm having to focus so much on myself for the time being. Okay. New claims are already 25,000. We have no chance of that. Bradbury's halfway to buying us, which is awful. All these people kind of get to this point as they're trying to push to expansions, though. because expansions are just that expensive right now. Like, we have a lot of cash, but we're going to dump it all into expansion because it's just that expensive. And now we can maybe get back into food,
We'll be able to ship more
which thankfully we can actually do because we have the glass production to make it happen. Water is certainly kind of a concern in this game, though. Water is a concern. Food's still okay. Water might be better, though. Maybe we just go into water for now. Maybe throw down one more steel mill, because steel's pretty decent. Silicon is getting a little nuts, actually. We can leave that steel mill there, maybe. Then just put another one there. Upgrade silicon a bit. Scrap, scrap. Silicon, silicon. Buy stock in Burroughs, who is very low stock price. A lot of people with very low stock prices and very high debt right now. Not good for them. The glass is doing badly again. This one might be okay. Yeah, this one's okay. A lot of people got into glass, it looks like, unfortunately. Just kind of the way it goes. We can move into farms, though, instead of the glass. We can make that happen. And we will. Food's coming down. Or, sorry, water's coming down. Food's going up, so it's kind of where we want to be. Silicon's doing well. That was part of the point of founding where we did. Buying into a few different players. We're buying into the cheap players, though. Because we're just doing it to kind of raise our stock price, and because we don't want to expand anytime soon. At all. We're not even remotely thinking about an expansion in a lot of ways. Dynamite would be nice. Let's actually just grab a power surge, so we've got it tucked away. We let the dynamite go, but that's more or less alright. The power's still okay. The food is good. We haven't upgraded food yet. We might consider doing that. Silicon's about to finish up. We could upgrade food. We could upgrade iron a bit if we wanted to. Steel is still making money, but only just barely. Let's see. We would be looking at 80,000 to finish off Burroughs. That might be the right call. We can sell out of Bradbury, get a little bit of that money back, and then just let this iron roll in, let this food roll in, and maybe finish this off. 76 is what we're at. We're just trying to finish him so quickly that nobody can do anything about it at this point, including him. There it is. We will take that buy.
Expansive colony expanded.
And we're in a much better spot now. Turn all these steel mills on. They've got solid adjacency bonuses. They're going to be fantastic. He had a good set of territory. He had good territory. But he didn't pay his dues on the way there, basically, is what it comes down to. And so he didn't get to use his good territory. We'll grab another thing out of the black market and start looking for another buy. I'm actually looking at wells. There are cheaper people, but we're already halfway into wells. We're already halfway into wells. And more importantly, in a lot of ways, nobody else is in wells. Nobody else is in wells. Okay, steel's still doing all right. Steel's not great, but it's all right. Make sure we've got upgrades rolling. EMP hit us. That's okay. That's going to happen. Let's check wells out. Let's check Niven out, who has a ridiculously high stock price somehow. Well, it's going to be... He just has so much stuff everywhere. Let's do something about that. Ellison is actually going to be the next one to get a buy onto Aja, it looks like, which is fine. Let's get wells purchased. There we go. And now maybe we just defend ourselves. We've got 3 people purchased. That is a lot of people purchased. 3 is a lot. Okay, water production would be good to have fairly soon. Food is still going all right. We want to keep these engineering labs, these research centers running the best that we can. We want to be looking for upgrades. We want to be looking for ways to get more claims so we can use more stuff. Let's look at the new territory we got. This food needs to turn on. Absolutely. Oh, we got hit by a nuke here. That explains a lot. That's not particularly good. Aluminum set up over there. A little water over here. All that is fine. We actually really badly want a patent lab. We will upgrade the scavenger because we can afford it. That raises carbon's price significantly, but we have carbon coming in, so hopefully it's all right that that happened. Now we throw down an engineering lab. We throw down a patent lab. We've got 3 claims left. I'm kind of thinking that we bid on that, first of all, and that maybe we go into glass again, actually, with these 3 claims. These 3 claims could be glass. These 2 tiles, I think, need to go into aluminum again, because aluminum's up at $100. These, however, I think can go into glass. Then we're going to buy a goon squad, and which one of these was the patent lab? I think it was this one. We let that go for 20. I'm okay with that, actually, though. That's fine. We keep selling now. We'll just keep selling. The steel is still strong. Iron production, not so much, but we just now finished up that research. Our researchers are so slow, and you can feel it. Like, compared to scientific, they're just so slow. By the way, we didn't go scientific this game. As you can see, like, nobody did, because there were no patches of resources on the ground. To kind of go along with that question from earlier of why do you go, what you go, when you go, the reason nobody went scientific is because there weren't those patches of resources, even small amounts of them, scattered about to use. So nobody wanted to bother. In Offworld, it's cheap-ish, but I don't think it's the right call at this point in the game. We could upgrade. Once again, I don't think that's the right call. Got to make sure our upgrades are still rolling in from the engineering lab. And we're looking at 201,000 as the next goal. We are on the way there. Chem labs are going, steel's going, glass is going. These things are all good. The water is good when it's online. The food is not as good, but we've got it upgraded, and so it's not as bad as you might think, but I think we do need to turn it off for a moment. And maybe a bit longer than a moment. Thankfully, that just lets the water roll in faster. We get Asimov bought up. That gives us half the people on this game purchased. Niven and Clark got into too much of a war with each other for whatever reason, and have been, like, destroying each other. And on top of that, it looked like Niven was doing a bit better. So we've been attacking him occasionally with our black market that we've been purchasing up. I can't see Clark, so yeah, it looks like Niven is still in the lead. So we're going to shut down a lot of his stuff again. And just help out Clark a little bit. Make sure those two keep fighting each other the whole time if we can. We have a hacker array. I don't know if we really want that though. Let's start on... I wanted slant drilling. I can have slant drilling because I bought the guy who had it, I think. Yes, there it is. Excellent. Okay, which I think would have been Yuzzo here. Slant drilling makes all kinds of sense on this map. But when you buy the guy who has it, you can get it yourself these days, at least on Beta 4. So we're still fine. I'm going to upgrade, but I'm not going to use all of the tiles just yet. I want to get down maybe a little extra steel here. We'll make a nice little set of that. And then I'm actually going to sit on the rest of the tiles. No, I'm not. I'm going to build a patent lab. I'm going to turn food back on. Food's back to being good. Why is this food plus 200? Is it just that good? Actually that good on all these food tiles? It really is. Okay. Let's buy into ourselves. Let's buy into Ellison. And let's make sure all of our upgrades are still going. Let's upgrade chems this time. Make sure those are all running. We could grab a new claim for 80,000, and we're not going to do that. Let's grab an adrenaline boost. Okay, Ellison purchased into himself. That's good. Yeah, we'll take an iron tile. Iron not actually all that good right now, but not the end of the world to just take an iron tile for the future. We could even just for the moment drop power on that. I don't even care. And that's fine. Ellison getting successfully some purchasing done on us as well. So we will defend ourselves just a bit from them. Might have been a bit early to get aggressive on Ellison. I didn't realize they were sitting on quite that ridiculous amount of cash. But we have half of ourselves and a little bit of them bought up. We're still not in a great way relative to them though. Let's see. We need more water, but I'm getting slant drilling researched for that, which is why I haven't thrown down any just yet. Food shortage is good for us. It's the kind of thing we want to see. Slant drilling, researching, teleportation I want this game. I definitely want teleportation. And I want to upgrade our water production as well after these chems are done upgrading. Hopefully that'll be good. We do have 3 of these, right? Yes, we have 3 of these. We also have a hacker array, which I'm not really using because I don't know what to use with it. I don't think there's anything I actually want to use. So I'm just going to scrap it and put down another engineering lab. Okay. Come on, just finish up for me, please. Where is all of my current water, I wonder? Do I have some here? I do have some here. And one of them's a 3. We're not getting anything out of these 2 pumps, but we will once slant drilling is finished up in just a moment. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Give it to me. And I'm just going to drop all these down, and hopefully this is all the water we're going to need for a while. With any luck whatsoever. That'll do it for water. We will drop an Offworld before long. We need claims for it, but we can do that. Let's just take an upgrade. Ellison is halfway to killing us, which is terrifying. Actually, it's just straight up terrifying. So maybe we don't drop an Offworld and we just drop reactors, and we got to worry about our debt. Our debt has gone nuts is what's happened here. I don't really know how our debt went quite so nuts. I think I kept buying people who didn't have power is what happened. Get out of these, get into more power. There's just too much to keep track of when you have this much stuff going on, and I think that alone is going to get me killed. Okay, knock you down. We killed water. Water's dead at this point, which is actually not good, except that we killed a lot of his production that's based off of water. We committed very hard into making all of that happen, and we succeeded, but it looks like Ellison is going to be the one to get the benefit first. which hurts a lot. I'm going to be really upset that I'm going to lose this game. This is what I'm talking about with an 8-player game, though. It gets too ridiculous trying to keep track of everything, and it doesn't end up being a good game in any way, in my opinion. We'll take another upgrade because that raises our stock price quite a lot, gets us a lot more production out. We're going to drop all of that into just reactors right now. Still got to be a bit worried about power, so we'll add one of those. We're going to upgrade again, keep tearing through all of these. I don't even care. We're just going more reactors. All the reactors right now. 3 claims left. We might sit on those for a moment. We might just throw down more reactors. Make sure those are upgraded significantly. Buy more upgrades for them to make sure. Power's going nuts and killing us with debt right now. Let's grab superconductor. Let's grab what? Not financial instruments. Maybe nanotech, just in case we actually end up needing it. Gotta keep hitting this guy with... Oh man, that power surge. What did that... Oh, it went right into the stupid pleasure dome right here. I hate that building. It's probably going to kill me. What do we actually need to finish off? See, we need 990,000, which is just ridiculous. We can pay off more of our debt. But unfortunately, that's kind of our goal that we have to push to at this point. We are nowhere close to it, and we are never going to get there. We do need an Offworld, actually. Strange as that is right now, instead of going for nanotech, we're going to build an Offworld, because long term, we're absolutely going to need it. Ah, man, we're headed to superconductor, but we're not there yet. Look at our debt from power. We just can't build enough power to keep it online with all these buildings. It's crazy trying to figure all that out. And it's hurting me quite badly, not knowing where the line is. But we need more power online, as it turns out. I can't afford more stuff. I can get rid of these and go into more power here. We've got that Offworld constructing, so long term we're set to make money still. Killed fuel. Fuel's gone. Fuel's not a thing anymore. So we really shouldn't be researching. Oh no, we're researching oxygen. That was fine. We already finished the research on fuel. Alright, and where are you still making money? Anywhere? I mean, these are still kind of making money. We'll grab another EMP for those, make sure he stays knocked down. We gotta be making electronics, we gotta be upgrading electronics like crazy. We gotta get more Offworlds down. That's what's gotta happen. That's going to raise the steel price, but we have a lot of steel production down. This might kill us. This might still kill us. And I'm so mad that I can't do anything to defend myself against this. Long term, we're okay, but I think we just let it go for too long, and because we can't kill anybody, we're just going to die. And there's not a thing to be done. Wow, Niven actually takes the buy first. Maybe we can live. Okay, what we're going to do is we're just going to throw up Offworlds everywhere we can. Okay, I don't know how many Offworlds that is. Hopefully enough. There. Power we completely destroyed now that superconductor is online. I don't know how many more Offworlds we can put down. Apparently just the one. That's it. We need glass production like crazy. We're still headed into nanotech, but we're not there yet. We need electronics production like crazy as well. Those are the big things right now. We got to find Niven's electronics, make sure those are shut down. He does have quite a few of them. Let's go ahead and drop it there. Steel production is still good. We could move into more of that instead of these chems for sure. It's just too much to keep track of. These are all bad. They will be electronics. Not reactors, electronics. Come on. And we are sending fuel like crazy, so we got to keep that in mind and kind of leave maybe one of our fuels up. We do not have enough food production down, amusingly enough, right now. We'll go for a little bit more power. We do have nanotech already established. What else? I don't think we can get any of the rest of this. Omar Little had all of it, and he's out of the game, but we didn't buy him, so we can't have those techs. We would need to buy Niven. So Niven does not need a whole lot to kill us. We need almost 2 million to kill him, and we are almost entirely dependent on off-world trading companies, off-world shipments to make it happen. We need more food production down, guaranteed right now. We need more food. We need less of a lot of... We could have left the silicon there, gone into like 3 food, and then food like that. Try to keep this food price a bit lower so he can take no benefit off of it. He's halfway to killing us. He is making the most money probably still off of electronics. We need this to go better this time. There we go. That's a little bit better. Because we need to force a situation where these off-worlds win us the game by prices staying low on everything. That's the situation we are trying to force out right now. Unfortunately, food is still way too good. Steel is okay, but not great. Maybe we head out of this steel and send it into electronics. Like, his electronics production is really carrying him through right now. We're trying our absolute best to fight through. We have 8 Offworlds launching right now because we saw prices tanking. But I don't know if it's going to be enough because the Offworlds just aren't very strong this game. They just aren't. Glass completely killed itself, or I completely killed glass. I've got to get out of all of it. We will send that into food, I suppose. Electronics are the other option. He's making more electronics, so I want that price low, which is why I decided on electronics instead of food there. Let's see. Everything else is still kind of okay. We're still launching the best that we can. We're still shutting him down the best that we can, but it's just not that great of a shutdown. Okay, we need 1,852,000 is the current goal. Let's see if we can get there. Electronics have died. Food is dying. This is exactly the kind of situation we wanted to force out. We'll upgrade silicon. Make sure there's nothing anywhere on this map that can make money besides an Offworld. And try to survive based off of that alone. That is the goal right now. Killing literally everything that isn't an Offworld still. Okay, power's doing alright, but it's nighttime. Power's going to do that, unfortunately. There's really no way around it. Okay, 1,881,000 is the current goal. We're just waiting on these off-world launches, and I think we're going to pull it off. Solar flare makes a lot of power generation happen. GG.
Look at all the money.
I saw the Pleasure Dome. I saw how much money that Pleasure Dome was making. Look, it's not that the Pleasure Dome can't be a good building sometimes. Because I saw it was making you over 1,000 a second. For just one tile, which is absolutely ridiculous. It's just so boring, I never care. You know? I still always think it's a bad building because it's boring. Whew. Oh, Game Slayer. No, I appreciate it. It was a nice little kickstart. On the other hand, if it wasn't you, I would have killed somebody else, as I proved by killing a bunch of other people very quickly after you. So there is that. I got myself into a really bad spot by making the exceptionally poor decision to attack somebody without securing my own stock. If I had just had all my stock bought up, I never would have been in fear that game. But I never secured all my own stock, and so I got into a really bad spot that almost got me killed. I didn't really deserve that win in a lot of ways. The only reason I deserved that win at all was because I identified Offworlds are going to be the only thing. We're going late enough that Offworlds will actually be the only thing making money. And so I have to move into them. But other than that, I really didn't deserve that win. Let's see. Omar was in a really good spot. He made a lot of money. All these guys making a lot of money on-world. You can see their on-worlds don't even compare to ours, and this is just because of stupid decision-making with stock. If we hadn't made stupid decisions with stock, we would have never been scared. But we did. And so the off-world transition had to save us from ourselves. And it did. But man, that was a lot closer than I should have let it be. Okay.